Welcome back to the Quinexus podcast. I'm Chuck.
I'm Jack.
Today we're going to talk about multi-factor authentication. Sometimes you see MFA or 2FA, two-factor authentication. And first let's talk about the problems that MFA resolves. So we hear a lot about identity theft, bank accounts being broken into, or just online accounts being broken into. So what is MFA and how does it help with these problems?
MFA, also known as 2FA, multi-factor authentication or two-factor authentication, protects a user's identity. It's one of the most effective mechanisms out there today to protect all your online services. Chuck mentioned banking, shopping network, all those things that are online, your email. The criminals are out there and they typically, one of the methods they use is brute force authentication. They've got dictionaries. They're looking for accounts and they're just running multiple passwords against accounts. What two-factor authentication is something you have, something you know, or something you are. You know your password. That's one-factor authentication. Something you are could be biometrics. It could be a retina scan, could be a thumbprint. Something you have would be your mobile device, your cell phone, or it could be a little RSA token key. 2 out of the 3 items is what essentially makes up 2FA or MFA.
What are some other benefits of multi-factor authentication?
There's one other key benefit that makes multi-factor authentication actually priceless. It can serve as an early warning system. When you log into your email account, when you log into your banking account, if it's not you that's logging into it and you have the app on your phone, you're going to get a text message asking you or providing you the information to enter into your online service account. If you're not the one that's actually trying to get into your account and you get that text message, that's your early warning indicator that someone is trying to get into your account. If they're trying to get into your bank account, very likely they're going to try to get into some of your other accounts. So it's time to get your guard up and be very diligent about watching everything that you've got.
I know criminals are also using these notifications for phishing. How are they doing that and how do you avoid falling into that trap?
The criminals are very creative. And what they're starting to do is send text messages out, looking like it might be a multi-factor authentication request. And in that text message, there's a link that if you suspect this is not real, click on this link. You should know how your multi-factor authentication mechanism is working for the different sites you have or the application you may be using. And if it doesn't look like it's correct.
And the link is the red flag there, right?
Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. The link is the red flag there.
Yeah, don't click the link.
And like we've said in many other videos and in many of the articles that I've published, if you get a message with a link in it, don't click on anything, take a deep breath, go to the actual website, pull up your browser, type in the website, and see if you have any messages there. Oftentimes those links are hacked in some form or fashion, and they're going to take you to a hacked site and try to harvest your credentials that way.
What types of services do we want to use multi-factor authentication on?
Great question. I put a small list together to address that. Multi-factor authentication works really great for your email account. If you're on Office 365 or on Google and you're using a mobile device to connect to it, turn on multi-factor authentication. Remote access, if you're remoting into a network for business, if you're a business owner, everybody that's remoting into that network, you should have MFA, multi-factor authentication on. Network operations, when you're managing a server in an organization, administrators should be required to have multi-factor authentication to protect the network environment. Additionally, network equipment. A lot of people don't think about the routers, switches, firewalls. Set up multi-factor authentication. Put all your management network on a separate IP network and require your administrators to go through a portal or some other mechanism that requires multi-factor authentication. You want to keep the criminals out of your core network. And obviously, one of the biggest areas in applications for multi-factor authentication is your banking account. Everybody is doing online banking. You have a lot to lose, whatever's in that account. Most banks and financial institutions offer MFA. You should definitely do it on all your financial accounts.
To wrap up, multi-factor authentication consists of 2 out of 3 items: something you are, something you know, and something you have. Something you know is the password. We always have a password. Something you have could be your cell phone with a text message or an authenticator app. And something you are could be a thumbprint or a retina scan. MFA is one of the most effective tools that we have to protect our online services. And it also is a bonus early warning system that you get that notification if someone else is trying to enter your account. Thanks for joining us for another Quinexus podcast. We hope you are getting value out of the content that we're providing here. Please like, comment, and subscribe on whatever service you're seeing this on, and we look forward to seeing you next time.